Good morning, students. My name is Dr. G.I. Oikala from Department of Public Administration. Today, we are going to continue our lecture on GNS202 titled Peace and Citizenship Education in Nigeria. But my task here today is to discuss with you on the subtitle Citizenship Education in Nigeria. Citizenship Education in Nigeria. So at the end of this course, at the end of the lecture today, that is what I mean, students should be able to know all of this. One, who is a Nigerian citizen, who a citizen of Nigeria is. What is the responsibility of a citizen of Nigeria? You, as a citizen of Nigeria, what is expected of you? What is your obligation? So at the end of the course, this morning, the student should be able to answer that one. Students should also be able to know those things they are expected to do and not to do. What are the do's and don'ts of a citizen of Nigeria? Beyond that, students should be able to know the obligation of the country. What does the country called Nigeria owes you? What do you stand to benefit as a Nigerian? So to start with, the country we are today, Nigeria, has its own rules and regulations. These rules is derived from the Constitution. So Constitution in this course is referred to as the highest law of the land. It is upon it both the citizen, the government, and the state are liable. What I mean by this is you as a citizen, what does this Constitution say you should do? How do you expect to relate with one another? In the course of your action, what do you intend to do? What were you not expected to do? The government itself, how will it supposed to relate with you in the course of carrying out its functions? So, by virtue of the Constitution, 1999 specifically, nobody, including government, is expected to do anything outside the directives, the directions, the instruction of the Constitution. Having said that, who is a Nigerian citizen? We are going to look at this under section 25, section 26, and section 27 of the 1999 Constitution. By virtue of Section 25 of the 1999 Constitution, anyone that is born in Nigeria whose father is a Nigerian is a citizen. Whoever that is born in Nigeria, not only in Nigeria, whether you are in Ghana, whether you are in the United States of America, whether you are in Great Britain, so long your paternal, your father is a Nigerian, the Constitution says you are a Nigerian. This is referred to as a citizenship by birth. Citizenship by birth. Citizenship by birth, by its consent, connotes that that person in question, the paternal relationship, the father of the person in charge is a Nigerian, irrespective of the country where he is staying at the time of birth. I come again. Wherever the person might be residing at any point in time, once the father is a Nigerian and is born in any part of the world, that person is a Nigerian by birth. The second aspect is citizenship by registration. Citizenship by registration. What do we mean by citizenship by registration? It's another issue we should be able to know in this lecture. When a person, for instance, I reside in Nigeria, but I am a bona fide native of Ghana, for instance, and I'll be staying in Nigeria, where I was born. Probably I was not even born in Nigeria, but I came to reside in Nigeria. Now, at any particular time, while undergoing processes, then participating in activities, living with other people, Nigerians, then I became interested that this place called Nigeria could be my own home. On this note, wherever I am staying, probably I'm staying here in GNS202 local government. Specifically, I'm staying at Oru in GNS202 local government. So I need to do application of declaring my intention, indicating my intention to become Nigeria citizen. That application will be routed to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Number one, my character, my demeanor, my attitude would have been found suitable, and I should have not been taking part or known to have been taking part in any evil activities called criminal issues. So when I have impeachable character, my behavior is undoubtful to be a person of a good character. I can be gratefully recommended to the government of Nigeria. And when the Federal Republic of Nigeria President gracefully accepted the application and approved of it, I will become a citizenship of Nigeria by registration. I will become a citizenship of Nigeria by registration. The third aspect that I would like my students to be acquainted on who is a citizenship of Nigeria is a citizenship by naturalization. Citizenship by naturalization. Don't forget, I have discussed who, in our quest to know who is a citizenship of Nigeria, I have mentioned two conditions, two aspects upon which we can be called a citizenship of Nigeria. Now, the first one, by way of remembering us, is citizenship by birth. We can see that under Section 25 of the 99 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The second aspect in which any individuals can be called a Nigerian, become a bona fide members of Nigeria, is through naturalization. And this person originally was not a Nigerian. Was not a Nigerian at all. Does not have the blood of Nigeria. But he came to coexist in Nigeria. After living for so many years, and is satisfied that the place is friendly, this place is cordial, and the activities of the place is appreciable, and of course, he would like to identify with the place as what? No longer as an immigrant, no longer as an alien, but to be identified as a bona fide member of the state called Nigeria. On this good note, this person is staying in a place, and the community will be as ready, they are interested in absorbing him to become part of their own community members, where he has been making lawful contribution for the growth of himself and the environment he lives. On this note, he will write an application through the government at where he resides, and he will be recommended to the governor, and through the governor, the application will be taken to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Having considered this application and given approval, this good gentleman or lady will become a citizenship by registration. The third aspect, listen very well, to be able to distinguish between any of these at the end of the course. Now, I mention the third aspect as citizenship by registration. Sorry, citizenship by naturalization. I have discussed citizenship by birth, citizenship by registration, and the third aspect of it in becoming a citizenship of Nigeria is citizenship by naturalization. On this aspect, this gentleman has stayed in Nigeria again for a quite number of years. But he has a very, very movable and immovable property, which the movable property he would not like to fulfill, or neither would he like somebody else to oversee this property, lofty property in that matter on his behalf or her behalf. For example, if I have an oil well in Nigeria, like person like Dangote, who have so many landed property, so many other investments in Nigeria, have stayed all over a while and has lived all his life in this country, then he has controlled so many, and he continues to control and develop so many properties that are immovable. For instance, the refinery, as we see, in where, as we have in the Epe, Lagos State. The cement factory that it has in Abajana, Kogi State, the one it has in Boko, Benue State, and of course, the quarry it has in Sangota area of Ogun State, and so many other areas of the country, of course, across the state. Now, this type of gentleman who have lived all his life investing on quarry, investing on refinery, investing on cement factory, producing, and of course, transportation, as the case may be. As we are living to witness today, this type of person will now say, if I decide to leave this place, if for instance, he is from maybe, let's still use Ghana, it's from Ghana. Now, if I leave all of this, how long? How will I be able to improve myself to the extent of establishing this type of investment in that my home country? If all this is where I have anchored my life, why not, if not, to just, I have already acclimatized myself to be able to see directly, as I've been doing, why should I be here with all of this and I still be an alien? Considering the contribution of each and every one of these establishments that I've mentioned. You know the number of people, Nigerians, that the cement factory at Obajana, the one at Boko, would have, number of employment would have generated, assisted in employment in those areas in Nigeria. We will also know the number of Nigerians that it will be feeding in the refinery at Ekwe that is now into production. Then the one at Sangota area of Ogun State. And of course, in so many other areas of the state and other states too. How will he be able to leave this to become his personal decision? In quest not to leave this, and since the country has started benefiting, he has made his mind to become a citizenship rather than being an alien. So he will now do a letter to the appropriate government, and of course, the letter will be, because he needs to belong to a particular one, community, domiciled in a local government. Is that not so? So he has to do letter through that process, and the letter has to quickly also, as the case may be, has to systematically also process, and that letter will be written to nobody else. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is the one that will have the power to approve that letter. On that note, this person's contribution would have been recommended. They would have commented it. This is what we have done. We have actually been doing it. Of course, the federal government would have known it. Because when we are talking of Hollywood, when we are talking of oil, the natural resources, beyond the transportation and other developmental institutions that this gentleman has been having that is helpful to the country for its growth, for its development and progress. So it is known to the federal government. On this note, in as much as willing, and he has been very helpful in terms of contribution with regards to growth, development, and progress of the country when approval is given. This type of citizenship is anchored on what I earlier called citizenship by naturalization. Now, before I will go further, let me remind us, and let us see how much we'll be able to remember and how far we have been able to comprehend the lecture so far. Can we remember the type of citizenship that I have discussed as stated in the Constitution? The first is citizenship by birth. That is documented under section 25, subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The second aspect is citizenship by registration. And citizenship by registration can be found under the Constitution, section 26, subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution. As a matter of fact, the entire section 26 of the 1999 Constitution. Citizenship by registration. The third aspect is found under section 27 of the 1999 same Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Citizenship by naturalization. So when a student is asked that Nigeria citizenship can be under any of the following: A, citizenship by birth. B, citizenship by foreigner. C, citizenship by local government. D, citizenship by the federal government. So we should not forget that the answer is citizenship by birth. Citizenship by birth. If we are asked, which of the following is non-criteria for becoming citizenship of Nigeria? A, citizenship by naturalization. B, citizenship by state. C, citizenship by individual. D, citizenship by group. Then we should also be able to know that the answer there is A, citizenship by what? Registration, naturalization. Citizenship by what? Naturalization. And if we are asked, one of the following is correct, or one of the following is incorrect, A, citizenship by registration, citizenship by birth, citizenship by birth, second option, citizenship by naturalization, third option, citizenship by individual. We should be able to know that citizenship by birth is correct. Citizenship by registration is correct. Citizenship by naturalization is equally correct. And citizenship by individual is incorrect. Don't forget. Now let's go forward to the other aspect of the lecture. The other aspect is, what is the obligation? What is the expectation? Or what are the expectations that a citizenship or a citizen of Nigeria owes Nigeria? What are those things that are expected of you as a Nigerian citizen? That is what we are going to discuss now. The second phase of this lecture. Now, you all know what makes you to become citizen. The next thing, as a citizen, what is expected of you? Number one, your loyalty to the country must be 100%. It must not be 99.5%. It must not be 99.5%. It must be 100%. That is one. That is one. Therefore, your loyalty to the nation, loyalty to the people in authority, loyalty to the community where you live must not be what? Must not be in doubt. Must must show a committed loyalty. For instance, as a student, your loyalty to the university, your loyalty to the university management must not be in doubt. This will enable the management, the authority of the university to be able to consciously do that will make you to achieve the purpose of your coming here. You should be able. It is when you are loyal, the time of settling rich will be minimized, and the time for making sure that we have a session without interruption. And we are giving you quality education, quality knowledge. This is where we guarantee that. That is one. So, if I ask you now, how many of us know the national anthem? You must be able to know the national anthem. And whenever you hear national anthem being sung, what are you supposed to do? You pay attention. The attention we are paying is loyalty to your country, commitment to be law-abiding, to maintain rule, to maintain order in your society. It is when there is a point of order, there is peace, there is harmony, that the country will flourish and good things will begin to come. And development, growth, progress that we are all yearning for will begin to take shape. When there are issues, there are laid down procedures in which you can follow without pragmatically, then using your self-approach in tackling or resolving issues. So you must be law-abiding. Don't forget, it is when we obey the rule of law, there will be justice, there will be equity. And when you are put in a place of enforcing this law, you must also be sure that law enforcement functions, that you own the responsibility of the land, is non-lopsidedly carried out. You must be able to carry them out as it is, for the fairness of all, of something, for the fairness of everyone, to promote peace, to promote harmony, to create a point of prosperity that will lead to progress, people living together, dining and wining together, collectively working for the common good of Nigeria. Having said that, they say, to buttress that, it is said that wherever that injustice is pervasive, the court of duty will be resistant. So this is why, as a citizenship, in every point of our assignment, in wherever we find ourselves, wherever we assign the function we are to carry out, we must religiously carry out that function as a servant, not master. For those in authority of different aspects across the 3 tiers of government and the institutions that are under them, including the learning institution, we must be able to carry out our task religiously, consciously, with a view of collectively promoting peace and order for the progress, for the well-being, and order of the country. When this is happening, where do you think there will be resistance to progress? Where do you think? So the antidote for peace and unity in Nigeria is for us to be what? Articulate and observant of and being law-abiding, doing the right thing at the right time, at all time, by all and sundry in the country. Now, I ask one question. How will you be able to know the symbol of your country? It is through the flag. And the symbol of your country, it is through the national item. If I ask any of us now, most of us, majority of us, so to say, may not be able to know the color of the Nigerian flag. I'm not talking of how the Nigerian flag is marked. No, that is too much. The color of Nigerian flag. None of us should be ignorant of this. So at the end of this lecture, we should be able to know the Nigerian color, the coat of arms of Nigeria. If I am telling you now, let us tell us what is the coat of arms of Nigeria. So this is part of what we are going to learn when we have learned this list today. So discover that we have green, white, and green as the color of Nigeria flag. What does the green represent? What does the white represent? What the green, white, and green? What is the meaning? Then let's look at the coat of arms. Look at the structure. Then what is each of these? Even the elephant we are seeing there, what is the meaning? We should be able to know the symbol as a good Nigerian, as a Nigerian citizen. That is one of our obligations too. Now we should be able to pay our tax. The tax we are paying. Some of us we are paying the taxes. We don't pay tax, even to some of us. Then when they pay the tax, we embezzle them, corner them to our personal pocket to arrange ourselves, rather than applying that for the service of the benefit of the general public. As a citizen of Nigeria, we are to eschew all of this. We must stand for that and work for that can promote harmony. In that case, we need not to discriminate ourselves. We need not to discriminate. This is Igbo, this is Yoruba, this is Hausa, this is Edo, this is maybe this man. Is he even where he's coming from? It's from majority. Oh, I am the heartbeat of the nation. I am born to rule. All those who are not to be there. We see all of us as relevant in different aspects of our society called Nigeria, working collectively towards making the Nigeria great. That is it. That is it. Are we together? Are we following? Now, having mentioned that, we must be able, when you go to section 14, subsection 2, bracket C, saying that the citizen must be able to participate actively, understand that word, actively, on issues that borders about the governance of the affairs. In other words, you must be able to contribute meaningfully for the organization, for the running of government in your own area, the governance of your affairs. You must be able to participate actively. And that is why the day of election, what happens? See, let me tell you, my vote does not count. I'm not there. If they can just give me what they will give me, let me get my own and go. After all, if I have voted, said, will my vote count? I mean, if I can even look at anybody who will give me congo of gari and rice, because food is very difficult now to get, then I can give him my vote. No. That is not expected of you as a citizen. It's against the will of the state. It's inimical to the prosperity, to the progress, to growth and development of your country called Nigeria. How can the country grow? Selling vote, buying vote, cutting corner in order to get a cheap, killing to enter post? No. You must resist this, not for you to fight. It's for you to demonstrate all of this through your PVC. So you must be able to contest and meaningfully contribute through governance on electoral processes for the growth, for the development and progress of our country called Nigeria for today and tomorrow. There are so many of them because of time. So I was not into others, but in such a manner that we're able to still understand it very well. Economic growth, political growth. Go to section 12. Go to section 11. Go to section 13 of the Constitution. You must be able to meaningfully contribute to the economic, socio-economic, socio-political, socio-cultural growth of the country. And not government. Whatever they like, they should do. You are the end result. It is your land. You are not going anywhere. You are a citizen. And you need to work collectively and assiduously, very hard, to be able to make sure we make laudable contribution. Then, that is for you. We must pay tax regularly. We must obey rules. Obey everyone that is in authority. Those you have elected to serve you, you need to cooperate with them. You need to cooperate with them. You need to make sure that you give them support, give them the needful information to be able to make sure that the services they render is beneficial to you and all and sundry. You are here. For example, look at the place in Niger State on Saturday, around 7 o'clock. The hoodlums called the H-men entered the place, invaded the A community, killed 7, including security agents. Ago, kidnapped over 200. Throw the place into darkness. Then, what do you mean by that? They effortlessly, successfully carried out this mayhem. There was no first-time information. Are we saying that nobody heard of the information before the commission of that crime? Are we saying that when they came, they are just strange people who we do not know? We do not even know how to trace them. We cannot identify them. Or are we saying that when we call our law enforcement agency, which are also part of those that are dying on the earth, on the man. Now that this set of agencies will not be able to carry out, will leak the information, or they will not act, we need to be proactively giving information on security to the relevant people. And as a citizen, where information about security or what to do or challenges of government is giving, we have to take it up promptly and giving it priority for maximum action. Not just only prompt, maximum action. So when the person that is to fetch the information is given the information, and the person that is to utilize the information is utilizing the information, where would that be way for? Where do you think there can be way, or as I said earlier, where would that be way for criminalities? How will the instaurations of criminals perverse all over our place? The security, if you are, and as you are living this place, you must also work in one of all these agencies. As a citizen, we are teaching you that you need to put the mindset, your mindset, to be on how you can contribute to the growth and benefit of the country. To do this, you must respect the country, respect the people in authority, be law-abiding citizen. You must also make sure that you respect the country and respect the national item. You must know how to recite the national item. And of course, give maximum respect to the country. As you are giving this respect to the country, then you are equally giving that respect to yourself. That is that aspect. The final aspect, what as a citizen do this country owes you? As a citizen of Nigeria, what did the country owes you? One, you will no longer be what? Discriminated. You are free to work in any institution when you get the requirement. Anyway, you can take up any job in any level of government. You can reside in any part of the country and own movable and immovable property. The country owes you protection. When you go to section 14, subsection 2, bracket B of the 1999 Constitution, the primary functions of government is to provide security and welfare for citizens. They have to do this. It's a very wide and endless task. Number one, security. When we are talking of providing security and welfare, I had to tell people this issue, this concept is looked contradictory. It looks overlapping. When you talk about security, we are not talking about only the security agent per se. Yes, the police are provided under this law. The police here, they are called national affairs, national agents. National police is the type we adopted, or control established by the federal government, and with the contribution of the entire state government. Again, when we are talking about security, it means both the security agencies and the responsibility. So security is a business of all the citizens of Nigeria. So it's no one-man show. It's not only for those who are talking. But the question is, when we are talking of security, if the road is not maintained, and people, it becomes a trap for the people. And when they fall, the flood cover the potholes, and vehicles begin to jump into it, accident here and there. That is insecurity. So it needs your effort and my effort, collective effort in different dimensions. Also, it means that the government should be able to provide food in your table. They say an hungry man is a hungry man. They should be able to provide food on the table. But you too will not fold your hands and begin to wait for the government to come and put food in your table. You need to also work with them. You need to bring an idea. The university is not doing well. And in fact, I'm just looking at them. Are you not part of the university? Are you not a stakeholder? In fact, you are a sensitive stakeholder. Now, I was trying to tell us. You don't wait for government to put that, because you are a critical stakeholder of the university as student. There are procedures in which you can bring issues that is affecting you that need to be looked into. Even the issues that are affecting the staff too. Even the management. What you see, is it only you that you have seen? This is academic. It's not only one way. Have you not also seen things that are going wrong, which you also need to improve in the life of the management? Have you not equally seen what is wrong in the life of your lecturer, that you can make a contribution to the management for them to be able to live well and serve you better? It mustn't be only on your side. So when we say that government need to provide welfare, government need to provide our needs, of course. Yes, it is. But you, as a critical stakeholder, what do I mean by critical stakeholder? That concept, critical stakeholder, as a citizen, you must be part and parcel. That is why he provided also under subsection C that we must play active participation in the governance of your own affairs. So without you, it cannot work. So government also safety. If the government has established the police, it is our duty to look the police not with disdain, not to look at them with disdain. And it's also behold of the police to also live up to expectation and serve as expected of them, to behold and enjoy public trust. We are discussing the issue of citizen. The police are citizen. I'm a citizen. And I need to teach you in a manner that you will be able to answer not just for exam, but for your knowledge. Are you following? So, if you do not have the idea, whatever you do not have, that's computer. If you don't have the idea, you cannot give the idea. It is what you have you can give. Knowledge you have is what you can give out. So that is why we are letting you to sensitize us of what we are expecting from government and what government is expecting from us. Of course, remember that government this time around is the institution that we have established to manage and oversee the affairs of the state, where you and I are citizens. So, government must protect us by, that is why we have the police that's responsible, the lead agencies for the internal security. Again, we have the army that look at the ground for external evasion or aggression. Excuse me. Again, also, like we have the Navy in the sea, and we have the Air Force, the all. This, the police is recognized under Section 214 of the 1999 Constitution. While the army, the armed forces, those one I mentioned, the army, the soldier, the army, the Air Force, the Navy, they are recognized under Section 217 of the 1999 Constitution. All of these were to work together to foster and achieve the benefit, the progress, the success, the growth, and development of Nigeria as a country today and tomorrow. As a citizen, you do not owe anybody permission to go out to another country. In other words, you have free exit and free entry. You can travel out at will and return back to your country without visa. Without visa. You don't need, all you need to do is to take Nigerian passport, so that you know that where you come from, you are actually in Nigeria, and where you are in Nigeria, and to know your biodata. Beyond this, we are also expected to contest any contestable position, right from the local government, all contestable positions, the councillorship, the chairmanship position, the House of Assembly, the House of Assembly at the level of the state, that is the level of the local government, the level of the state, you can contest any position. You can elect anybody. You can vote. You can vie for governorship election, gubernatorial election. Then at the level of the federal, you can either vie the one that you are interested in. Senator, they are running by camera type of legislation at the level of the federal, unicameral at the level of the state and the local. So what do I mean by that? You have only one chamber of the councillorship at the local government. You can vie for the councillorship, or if you like, you can contest for chairmanship. At the level of the state, you have only the National Assembly, not the camera type of legislation. You may decide to contest for State House of Assembly as a legislator. Then, or you contest for the governorship election. At the level of the federal, you can contest for the president. You can vie for, I told you that we have by camera at the level of the federal. That means two arms of legislature called National Assembly in case of Nigeria. Then you may vie for the Senate. The Senate is 109 senators. You may decide to vie for any of them. Then, or you vie for, contest for, pick a form and contest under, for House of Representatives. That is having membership of 360. So, whichever one you want. You can be appointed as a diplomat, ambassador. You can be appointed as a commissioner, as a minister, as a supervising councillor at the level of the commissioner at the level of the, local government, supervising councillor at the level of local government, commissioner at the level of the state, and of course, you may also be appointed as a minister at the level of the federal, or otherwise, federal commissioner, as a commission to go and be the head, or a member. We can appoint you to anything. So you have right to work in as much you have age, and your age can take you. You can contest, you can vote for, and then they can vote for you. So having said all this, the state owes it a duty to make sure that you enjoy all the benefit of what? Citizenship. As a citizen. And that is why you see, whatever we are not enjoying, for instance, hunger, begin to say, where is the president? Where is this government? You want to kill us. Take care of us. Because by virtue of section 14, subsection B2, subsection 2, bracket B, saying the government, the duty government exists to provide security and welfare for the citizen. When there is unemployment, they have right to guarantee employment. Make a conducive environment that you can either engage in self-employment or employed time. Either government employed, privately employed, or self-employed. And government, in this sense, need to provide conducive environment that will not be prone to what we call discrimination, harassment, insecurity. So you need to protect our lives. The government owes it a duty to protect us, to provide good environment for us to live. So having said this, I want us to know, one, today, what we have discussed. We discussed the title of the course is Citizenship Education. At least we should be able to know that we have three types of citizenship under which we can become a Nigerian. Number one is citizenship by birth. Number two is citizenship by registration. Number three is citizenship by naturalization. All of these you can find under section 26, section 25, rather, citizenship by birth, section 26, citizenship by registration, and section 27, citizenship by naturalization. So don't forget, type of citizenship, citizenship by birth, by registration, and by naturalization. Now, you'll be able to differentiate from the three of them, each of them. Again, the benefit of a citizenship. Citizenship is free to live in any part of the country. The citizenship does not need to do a visa to travel out of Nigeria and come back to Nigeria. It doesn't need special permission to go out and to come in. So enjoy free exit and free entry. Beyond that, security of life and property. The government need to provide, the state need to give you adequate protection. Adequate protection for human, for property, and for the authority. It need to protect you against the threat, human threat, property threat, and authority threat. In doing this, you need to make sure that you provide opportunity for providing food, employment opportunity, and other aspect, health services, educational services. You need to provide them. You need to enjoy them. Qualitative education, qualitative health education, agricultural, food on the table, provide facilities, at least to be able to guarantee our basically food, housing, that is food, shelter, and what? Clothing. Clothing. And without safety, protection, we won't be able to have what we call influx of food. And when there is no safety, we won't be able to provide shelter. And when there is no safety, where will you be able to provide clothing? So we must be able to guarantee employment, not just unemployment, but gainful employment. Government should be able to provide it. Then, in doing this, government cannot do it alone. You must be able to complement government. To be able, when you see something, you must be able to say something. And beyond that, you should be able to pay your tax regularly. And that tax, government, the state, ought to utilize it right back for your own progress. And also, we need to make sure that we obey rules. And also, the state must also develop mechanisms to make sure that every of its action is based on rules and regulations. And that these rules are not meant to serve selective people. And again, that the act of governance must not be meant for selective people. And when all these are put in place and implemented, then all what we are talking about is what will make peace. Don't forget, the study is peace and citizenship education. Peace and citizenship education. That is the entire topic. But the subtopic I'm taking you today is citizenship what? Education. We must be loyal 100%. We must be loyal to the state, loyal to the government, those in authority. And when we are doing that, we are loyal to ourselves. So, thank you very much.